Welcome back, everyone. This is part 10 on what if boboiboy was in My Hero Academia. I do not own boboiboy and My Hero Academia or any of the characters in this video. They belong to their own respected authors. Chapter 12. Yes, I also saw that specific image in my younger days. Well, it is a clear sign that you've got a better grasp on One for All. That image you saw back then is like a trace of something they left behind in One for All. In other words, that vision isn't what got rid of the brainwashing, but your strong feeling that helped you to overcome young Shinzu's brainwashing. The skinny blonde man explained. That explanation is not satisfying at all, though. Midoriya rubbed his head as a gesture. He wasn't satisfied by that. Don't get too hung up about it. All might quickly respond, the green head. However, unknown to them, boboiboy accidentally heard the whole conversation. His body froze as he tried to remain himself calm. Midoriya has the One for All quirk. The orange hat boy whispered, I believe the treatment went well. Ida added, looking at his freckled friend, yes, only my fingers were injured during the fight. I'm perfectly fine. The green hat gave them a reassuring smile. Where's boboiboy? He asked them as the elemental user was nowhere to be seen. That's strange. He was going to the nurse's office earlier. Ida replied, yeah, he said he was worried about your condition. That's why he went to check on you. I guessed you guys didn't met on the way. Uraraka added as she searched for the orange hat boy. He went to check on me. Midoriya couldn't help but stuttered a bit. He had a bad feeling, but he hoped that boboiboy didn't hear his conversation with All Might just now. Ida and Uraraka just gave him a nod. After a moment, boboiboy eventually returned. Where have you been, boboiboy-kun? Ida immediately asked him. Slightly worried at him for abruptly vanishing, boboiboy tried to look somewhere else. He felt ashamed that he was going to lie to his friends again. I was lost. He tried to laugh it out, but obviously it was a fake one. I'm sorry about that. He apologized. Gee, you have been to Yua for a long time now and somehow can't find your way here. Kaminari teased him a bit. I'm bad with directions. Boboiboy scratched his long itchy cheeks, hoping that this conversation would end soon. If this continues, then he would have to come out another excuse. Ida marched forward to him. I promise I will give you a tour in Yua, boboiboy-kun, he said as he shakes boboiboy's body. I failed my duty as the class president, he cried. It's not your fault, Ida. Boboiboy tried to calm him down. It's just I'm really bad with directions. That's all. Just give him a damn map. Bakugo growled from his seat, slightly irritated with the drama in front of him. Please. I can draw the map all by myself. For I am a genius, Light proudly said. He was one of the voices that whispered inside boboiboy's mind, shut up, Light bulb. The others hissed while Earth let out a soft sigh. Then, I'll build you a map of Yua, boboiboy-san. Yayorozu gave him a warm smile. It's the least I can do for you. Thanks a lot, everyone. Awesome tour. Boboiboy gave them a thumbs up. Who's up for the next match? It's Sira and Todoroki, Kaminari answered. Also, will you please sit down? You're kinda blocking us. Sorry about that. Ida and boboiboy quickly seated themselves. Boboiboy took a seat near Midoriya. He couldn't help but stare at the green head. The sudden information he learned just now was still lingering inside his mind. What's the matter, boboiboy? You kinda look pale. Midoriya asked. The elemental user did not know the right words to say to his friend. His mind was blank. His mouth refused to utter words as if his conscience refused to let him speak something dumb. It's nothing. He let a fake chuckle and proceed to watch the next match. He wanted to focus his attention on the next battle, but his mind suddenly remembered something. Flashback. During the preparation before the sports festival, the elemental siblings just finished dinner. They were about to clean up until Light stopped them. Guys, I have something to say. Light gave them a stern look. Nobody dared to question him because in that state either something serious happened or Light sensed danger up ahead. Gee, if you want to tell us something, then no need for the serious expression, bro. It's like you're telling us the world is ending soon or something. Wine tried to minimize the tense situation they were facing right now. What is it, Light? Earth questioned with concern. I found this journal in the library just now. Light then placed a brown journal on the table. The brown journal was mildly dirty, brushing their nostrils with a vague smell of dust, and there was no title in front of the cover. My curiosity took over me, so I went ahead and read it. You won't believe what I discovered. Earth slowly took the journal and read its contents. His siblings began surrounding him as they were also curious to know. After a moment they all gasped. They couldn't believe what they were reading. This journal contains the pro-hero's quirk. Earth turned his gaze towards Light. Why would such information be written inside the journal? Not only the capabilities and strong point of their quirks were described in here, but also their flaws. That's just the first part, Light sighed. Turn to page 20. Earth quickly turned to page 20 and was shocked yet again by the information written on that particular page. This contains information about All Might. The other siblings looked at each other. They have a bad feeling about this. After reading the journal for a while, they stumbled across something that caught their eye. One for all. Leaf read it aloud. All for one. Wind continued. Oh, isn't this the trademark they always say in the Musketeer movie? Fire turned to Light. It's two different quirks, my dear sibling. Light gave him a sharp glare. Gee, how am I supposed to know? I'm not the bright one here. Fire replied and continued reading. Hey, the pages are torn. Yes, whoever torn these pages must not want the readers to know about those particular quirks. But my gut says that this has something to do with All Might. Light gave them his views. What made you think of that? Water immediately questioned. This information was written after All Might's information. So I think it has something to do with that. The white hat boy replied, I wonder what it is. Must be a crucial information. Lightning commented, it is. Now turn to the third last page. Light instructed as Earth quickly followed it. Wishbot, they all exclaimed in surprise. Wishbot's information was written inside the journal. Yes, information about Wishbot and his powers. It says that he can only grant 3 wishes whoever owns him. He probably can grant anything with that great power, Light explained. If Wishbot already grants Vicious his 3rd wish, then we don't have to worry anymore. However, what I'm worried here is Vicious will pursue for another source of power in this world, Light continued. His siblings looked at him with wide eyes, shocked by Light's explanation. Hey, remember yesterday, Midoriya and the others spoke about Jakudo and Gijimo during the battle practice. Now their attention turned to Wind. They talked about them. So, what's the point? Lightning questioned. There was something suspicious about that conversation. I heard they talked that Gijimo said the plan was to capture this planet's #1 hero. I think that wasn't just a coincidence. Wind explained, All Might is the current #1 hero. Why do they want to capture him? Leaf nervously asked. I think this has to do with One for All and All for One. Whatever it is, those 2 quirks must be so powerful that Vicious wanted to seize it. Light gave them a serious look. Whoever holds them is in danger. For sure we know that All Might is one of Vicious' targets. He either has the One for All or All for One quirk. We have to keep an eye on him. Earth took a deep breath and, I think our problem just got bigger, guys. How isn't big, Earth? First, we are trapped in a world that is a lot different than ours and we don't know how to get back. Second, we literally don't know who our guardian is. I mean, this person is gracious enough to give us a giant house and a huge sum of cash. Third, now our enemy is targeting the #1 hero. Last, where on earth did you get this journal from? Lightning moved his gaze towards Light. Like I said, I found it in the mini library upstairs. Light answered, but I don't know who owns it. Maybe the owner of this house. Water commented, I'm guessing they want us to know about this. That's why they left it behind knowingly. Then, I suppose we're lucky that one of us likes to explore the library. Ugh, I can't take a minute in there or else I'll become Albert Einstein. Fire shrug. No, you won't become that smart even if you study hard. Fire. Wind patted his head. Yeah, a pea-brain is still a pea-brain after all. Lightning smirked at him. Why you? Just because you were discovered by Benjamin Franklin doesn't mean you're smarter than me. Fire answered back and gave him a death glare. Oh, you're so dead. Lightning summoned his lightning sword as Fire created his fireballs. Ahem. Earth stood between them. No more fights. Got it, my lovelies. He gave them a warm smile. He was tired, and he didn't want any more headaches. Yes, sir. Lightning and Fire quickly ended their fight. Earth slowly sighed. We need to be very careful now, guys. We still don't know what Vicious is planning right now, but first we need to keep an eye on All Might. Who knows, maybe we might get our answers someday. Are you sure you're really okay, boboiboy? Midoriya asked boboiboy again. Huh, what? Yeah, of course, I'm okay. The orange hat boy grinned. Why do you ask? Because you've been ignoring me for a while. Did something happen? You know you can talk to me. A reassuring smile was offered to him by the green head. Boboiboy felt guilty for a moment. It wasn't his purpose to make his friend worried about him. I'm okay, don't worry, okay, then. Then they proceed to watch the fifth match as Todoroki and Zero were already on the stage. Next up is these guys. In the right corner we have Sarah Handa from Hero Course versus Todoroki Shoto, also from Hero Course as well. Talk about clash between classmates. The audience roared loudly as Todoroki's name was mentioned just now. They couldn't wait. What kind of interesting battle the son of the number 2 hero will serve to them. And now the fifth match of the finals begins. Now the blonde hero announced. Well, I don't feel like I can win this, but S didn't waste his precious time, as he quickly attacked first. Using his tape quirk, the tapes warped Todoroki's body, locking his motions. I don't feel like losing, either. Sarah then proceeds to swing the tied-up Todoroki. His strategy was to make a surprise assault and to drive his opponent out of the bound. With my quirk, this would probably the best choice I can do to beat Todoroki. Sarah was confident that his scheme would work. His adrenaline rushed through his vein as he nearly managed to push the half-cold, half-hot user out of bound. Common, I can do this. He extended his tape and Todoroki was near the white line. If you used the power in your left side, you would have had an overwhelming victory. Stop this childish rebellion already. You have a duty to surpass All Might. You understand, don't you? You are the greatest masterpiece. You're different from the others. Endeavor's raucous voice rung deep inside Todoroki's mind. Those words were like a venom to him that penetrates to his fragile soul. His father came to see him before the match and tried to give him an encouraging pep talk. On his side, nevertheless, it became nasty. Within him, hatred, resentment, and frustration were starting to mount up inside him and was ready to burst any moment. I will win and advance with just Mom's power. I won't use your power when I fight. I will reject you. All of the negative emotions dueled inside him. The hatred towards his so-called father was beyond of what had he imagined. Todoroki was like a volcano. In a moment, he can erupt, releasing the rage in him while destroying anything that lies on his path. Sorry, Todoroki said, as his eyes gave Sarah an intimidating look. I have no intention of losing either. Todoroki started to use his quirk, rapidly freezing the ground, and in an instant, he put an end to Zero's chances of victory. The ice move he used was now trapping Zero in an enormous ice glacier, making him immobilize. It seems that Todoroki's anger fuels him to a resounding victory that takes mere seconds to complete. What? Apata boboiboy was horrified as the giant ice was inches from his face. The giant ice. Cool and shiny, water within him said as he admired the giant ice. Everyone was shocked. In a blink of an eye, the tables had been turned plus their surrounding became colder now. The number two hero boringly watched his son's match as if nothing was special about it, despite the enormous ice that reached up to the sky that is. Don't you think that's a bit too much? Sira shivered. Sira-kun, can you move? Midnight immediately asked him. She was also shivering as half of her body was now coated with frost. Off, of course not, the raven-haired boy replied. Sira-kun is immobilized. The winner is Todoroki-kun, she announced as the audience slowly recovered from the shocking occurrence. Sorry, I went overboard. Todoroki quickly apologized as he was slowly melting the ice on Siro's body. I was angry. Clearly, the bitterness was in his tone as he kept thinking his rush actions just now. He wasn't the type act unreasonable during the fight, but when it involves his old man then, he will lose control immediately. I lost control of my anger again and went ahead using my quirk in a burst. If this happened again, then I'll soon be reaching the limits of my ice quirk. He looks sad, boboiboy whispered. The expression Todoroki gave just now was bitter and hurt, which he noticed as soon as the fifth battle started. What can I do to help him? Amazing! Boboiboy then turned to Midoriya, who was gasping in amazement. As I thought, Todoroki's quirk is super strong. Then what about your quirk, Midoriya? Out of nowhere, he voiced his own thought. When boboiboy realized it, he quickly covered his mouth, regretting what just happened. It's not I, boboiboy stuttered in panic. Unfortunately, everyone heard what he said as they turned their attention to the two boys. It looked like that damn head boy is up to something. Bakugo silently growled, Hey, my quirk. Why the sudden question? Midoriya tried as much as possible to remain calm. Maybe boboiboy did hear the conversation between me and All Might. He shouted inwardly. Dude, did something happen? Kirishima cuts in. Suddenly questioning Midoriya's quirk out of the blue is kinda strange. Boboiboy. Hey, perhaps you're scared that Midoriya is going to be your next opponent. I mean, both of you are the winners of the third and fourth match, right? Kaminari shouted. Man, a fight between friends, huh? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, boboiboy slowly replied. I think Midoriya-chan's quirk is like All Might's. They both had the superpower type of quirk. Asui decided to give her comment about Midoriya's quirk. Hey, what? Midoriya sweated nervously. Wait a sec, Tsuyu-chan, Midoriya's quirk may be the same, but he always gets hurt when he uses it. Kirishima pointed at Midoriya's bandaged fingers. Besides, All Might's quirk is much more powerful, plus he doesn't get hurt easily. He stated, Oh, I see. Boboiboy replied to the comments but was unsatisfied as Midoriya didn't give his explanation about it. Well, I'm up next, guys. Wish me luck. Kirishima stood up and gave them a wide grin. The awkward conversation died as the redhead brought a new atmosphere to them. Yeah, good luck, bro. You need it. Kaminari teased him for a bit as Kirishima was about to leave them. We'll be cheering for you, Kirishima. Boboiboy gave him a thumbs up. After a moment, Todoroki and Sira both came back. Both of them were greeted by their friends, not forgetting to congratulate Todoroki for winning the fifth match. Boboiboy's gaze quickly shifted towards the half-cold, half-hot quirk user as he took a seat not far from the others. However, this gesture was noticed by a certain ash-blonde boy. That elemental bastard knows something, but what? The sixth match continued with Kirishima and Tetsu match. For sure, their match was quite a manly one. The two boys engaged with a fight with both of them punching each other hard while using their quirk. Take this. Otoko no punch. Kirishima punched his opponent as hard as he could. That didn't hurt at all. Tetsu struck him with his metal fist, hitting the redhead in the stomach. The fierce and intense match between them kept on going. and no one refused to give up. Stomach and face were mostly their hit target. I'm not going to give up. The hardening and metal quirk users scream on top of their lungs. The pain was now becoming their best friend. And that's what I call a punching match, Present Mike commented. Well, their quirk is almost the same. Both of them are almost short distance fighter. No wonder their attacks are similar, Aizawa added, making Kirishima and Tetsu sad a bit. We know that very well. No need to rub it on us. They silently screamed, but the winner will be the one who packs the bigger blow. They both charged. The two guys with the same quirks. A head-to-head fist fight. The winner is, both contestants are down. It's a draw. Midnight confirmed the situation when both are already unconscious. In the case of a draw, after they recover, the winner will be determined by a simple contest like arm wrestling, she further explained. That sure hurt, boboiboy sweat drop. It was a passionate fight though. Well, I'd better hurry. I will be next. Ida stood up. Break a leg, Ida. Boboiboy and Midoriya gave him some encouragement. However, Uraraka kept quiet as her mind was thinking of something else. Yes, I will do my best. Ida was about to leave when a pink-haired girl came running to him. You're Ida-san, am I right? Hatsum-san quickly questioned the spectacle boy. Indeed, I am. If I'm not mistaken, you'll be my opponent, right? He replied in a robot-like manner. Bingo, actually, I have something to discuss here. Ida was lying if he wasn't puzzled by that, but they quickly left the other as Hatsum wants to discuss something with him. He's up against the support course. How? The others whispered. Hatsum Emi was very known with her amazing support items during the obstacle race. I wonder how Ida will win against her. Knowing Ida, I know he can win this. Boboiboy smiled, but his smile faded as soon as he turned to Uraraka. She had been quiet all this time. Uraraka, are you okay? The orange-hat boy asked with concern. I'm fine. Uraraka attempted to smile but failed. I'm just nervous, that's all. I'll better get some fresh air. She quickly left her friends without giving them a chance to say anything. Did something happen to Uraraka-san? Midoriya asked Boboiboy. I don't know. She seemed down just now. Boboiboy replied, and also said she's nervous. Well, I don't blame her. Midoriya sighed a bit, since her opponent is. They shifted their gaze towards an ash-blonde boy, who was sitting quite far from the others. Double quotes KACC. Okay, folks. The seventh match will now begin. The audience yet again cheered. Excited for the next match. In the right, we have the only student who made it from technical class, support course. Hatsum Emi versus the Four Eyes president from class 1A, hero course, B. Present Mike paused as Ito was now fully equipped with a support item made by his own opponent. Why is Ito wearing a support item? His classmates asked among themselves. Hayu, Boboiboy said in excitement. Eyes twinkled as if he never saw an item like that. That support item he's wearing looks cool. As expected from Ida was currently equipped with a wing-like support item. That's generally against the rules for those in the hero course. Midnight reprimanded him immediately. Those who must use equipment needed to hand a petition first. Ida gasped in horror. I forgot about that. Aoyama also wore a belt, so I thought it was fine. The spectacle boy tried to justify his action. He submitted a petition. Midnight sighed. Oh, youth, Midnight squealed in excitement. I'll allow it, she quickly decided. So, it's fine. Present Mike's sweat drop. Well, if they both agree on it, it's within regulation, I guess, Aizawa commented. Well, since permission had been granted, let's start the seventh match. Without further ado, Ida quickly attacked first. He was about to launch an attack when suddenly, isn't that acceleration wonderful, Ida? Hatsum's voice echoed. She currently wearing a mic so that her voice could be heard loudly by her audience. Don't your legs feel lighter than usual? That's only expected. Those leg parts are helping the wearer's movement along. What? A mic? Ida questioned, and I can evade easily with my hydraulic attachments. Hatsum quickly avoided Ida's leg attacks. You're not going away this time. Ida tried to catch Hatsum, but the pink-haired girl had sensors attached to her. With that, she could easily predict and dodge Ida's attacks. Oh no. Ida nearly tripped when he accidentally bumped into one of Hatsum's hydraulic attachments. However, his running course suddenly turned thanks to the auto balancer attached to his body. Ida-kun changed course adeptly. It's thanks to the auto balancer I made. It can detect brainwaves that helps to predict the body's movement. Plus, the auto balancer is equipped with a 32-axis gyro sensor. Hatsum continued as she easily dodged all of Ida's attacks. What? Apaka, boboiboy questioned. It was a one-sided fight as Hatsum was too busy presenting her gadgets. I can sense Bagogo's bargaining vibes here. Minus the out-of-the-world price though. The orange hat boy sweat drop. She's very good at hard selling, commented Present Mike while Aizawa held his forehead. Weren't you going to fight fairly? Ida used his quirk to quickly swing it at Hatsum, but she acted quickly by jumping into the air thanks to her electro shoes. It seems like they're playing tag, boboiboy nervously chuckled. With those gadgets, no wonder she can easily avoid Ida, Midoriya commented as he quickly scribbled some notes while mumbling. I'll get her when she lands. Ida tried to chase her, but Hatsum made the first move. She used a capture gun and locks Ida in a net trap. Look at this baby. This capture gun and fire up to 5 before reloading. Perfect to catch villains, Hatsum continued. Who developed all these items? It was me, Hatsum Mei. What is she? A politician. The representative from the support companies whispered among themselves. And now, I will talk about the next support item. Hatsum continued, making the whole audience gasp in horror. There's still more. Hatsum took another 10 minutes to present her support items. She didn't forget to use Ida as her test subject. The poor boy was forced to move and run thanks to her support items that were fully attached to his body. Everyone was tired from the long support item presentation. Finally, they shouted in happiness when it's finally over. Wow, that was kind of long. This reminds me of the TV channel that Takaba always opened during the weekend. I mean, he spent his resting hours just by looking at the products they were selling and fell asleep after a moment. The boy chuckled as a memory of Takaba came into his mind. I presented each and every last one of them. I have nothing left to say. Hatsum took a deep breath of relief. The pink-haired girl felt delighted right now. She managed to show and present all of her support items to the support companies. She smiled, and with that, she proudly walks out of the arena without thinking that she will be out of bound by doing that. Hatsum is out of bound. Ida advances to the second round. Midnight gave her a weird look, probably confused by Hatsum's unpredicted actions. You tricked me, Ida shouted in pure anger as he felt betrayed by Hatsum. He was expecting for an amazing match like Boboiboy's and Midoriya's match, but here he is, advancing to the next round after Hatsum threw him like a useless tool. I'm sorry, I used you. Hatsum apologized while looking away. To be honest, she wasn't bothered by the fact that she actually used others to obtain what she wanted. I hate you, Ida was now beginning to yell at her. However, Hatsum just ignored his fury. Ida's earnest, so she probably said some things that sounded good to get him on board. Midoriya mumbled, plus trembling from his seat. Hatsum-san will use any means to reach her goal. He scribbled down the information. Still, it was a fun match to watch. I mean, we enjoyed it, right? The boy turned towards his friends. A whole 30 minutes of support items presentation. The others looked at him. Yeah, probably not. They replied, which made Boy comically hurt by the reply. Suddenly, his classmates let a soft chuckle. But Boboiboy's match is worth to be remembered. They all whispered as the kuda move still lingered in their memories. Why do I feel someone is talking behind my back? No, probably Gopal again. Boboiboy sensed something but quickly brushed it off. Hey, Uraraka isn't here. Did she leave just now? Boboiboy looked at the green head. You're right. Where is she? Midoriya searched around. Maybe she's at the waiting room. Should we check on her? I think we should. She seems kinda off just now, Boboiboy worriedly said. Player waiting room. Uraraka. The two boys slowly opened the door. They were expecting to be greeted by the cheerful Uraraka, but instead, she gave them a terrifying and dark look, scaring the two boys. You're not like yourself at all. Your brows, they shouted. Oh, it's just my nerves. Uraraka chuckled a little. Are you okay? Boboiboy immediately asked, well, I guess you're not because you're up against Bakugo next. You really saw through me, huh, Boboiboy? Yeah, I'm kinda scared. I mean, I'm up against one of the strongest in class. She gave them a sad look. Anyway, I'll try to do my best. Hey, don't worry, Uraraka. I think Bakugo wouldn't really use an explosion on a girl. Right, Midoriya the elemental user turned to his friend. He would. Midoriya quickly replied, making Boboiboy sweat drop at his comment. Midoriya, my friend, we're supposed to cheer up Uraraka, not making her more anxious. Boboiboy gave him a glare. Knowing Kaken since we're little, he would never hold back. No matter who his opponent is, Midoriya replied with a serious look. Since little, so they were friends back then. Boboiboy whispered, but how come Midoriya never told me about this? Then Midoriya shifted his gaze towards Uraraka. You've helped me so much, Uraraka-san. That's why I thought maybe I could help you a little. I have a plan for you to use against Kaken's quirk. Thank you, but it's fine. Uraraka cuts him off. I want to succeed on my own. Uraraka-san, Uraraka. During the cavalry battle made me realize something. Everyone is working hard to be number one in the sports festival. Uraraka gave the two boys a serious look. That's why I will advance to the next round on my own. I want to learn and grow. That's why I'm not going to rely on anyone. Midoriya and Boboiboy were amazed by Uraraka's resolve. The always bubbly brown-haired girl was determined to beat Bakugo in the next match. I have to be honest, but I'm jealous of the both of you, Uraraka continued. Deku-kun, you can come up with all sort of plans while barely using your quirk. I mean, I know your quirk is hard to handle, but you overcome that shortcoming with thoughtful strategies during matches or battles. Then Uraraka shifted her gaze towards Boboiboy. Boboiboy-kun, you came here a little bit late than us, but you already showed us your quirk's potentials and capabilities. At first, I thought your quirk was dangerous considering that you can manipulate 7 elements in a quirk. However, you have proved me wrong. Uraraka, Boboiboy tried to speak up. You may think I'm crazy, but I think you're hiding something from us. The fact that these words came out from her really had shocked Boboiboy. Come to think of it, the red lightning from the cavalry battle was different from what he usually used. Midoriya turned to the elemental user. And judging from Boboiboy's reaction, he's not denying that fact. Could it be that his quirk is too powerful that he refused to show it to us? I'm sorry, my quirk is kind of hard to explain, Boboiboy slowly replied. I understand. I know that you have a good reason to that. Uraraka smiled at him and stood up. She walked to the exit and turned to the two boys. Deku-kun, Boboiboy-kun. Let's meet in the finals. She gave them a thumbs up. Her hands trembled in fear, but her face still gave them a confident smile. Where have you guys been? Kirishima's determination match had just finished. Kaminari asked Midoriya and Boboiboy. Really, they shouted, surprised that Kirishima's second match against Tetsu started earlier than expected. Well, both of them were already conscious during Ida's match. So Midnight Sensei decided that it would be best for them to start first. Sira explained to them. You guys totally missed a good arm wrestling battle. It was intense and both of them were at each other's neck, the blonde-haired electric user replied. A glorious match between gladiators. Tokoyami commented. And again, where were you? Kaminari asked double quotes Midoriya. Boboiboy-kun, I was worried just now. Ida unconsciously gave them a glare. Ah, he's still mad at Hatsumi-san. Midoriya and Boboiboy inwardly shouted, feeling the dark aura from the class representative. They were probably discussing something just now. I mean, they are going to meet each other in the quarterfinals. Sira teased them a bit. It's a bit sad that we missed a wonderful match. Man, I wanted to watch it though, Midoriya sighed as they took their seats. By the way, who won? Kirishima, of course. But it was a close call. I mean, Tetsu's quirk weakened last minute because he was lacking of iron. Kaminari explained more. I wished I saw that, Boboiboy sighed. You can always watch it on TV, Boboiboy. I think there will be a recording of this since the US sport is broadcast all over Japan. The redhead came to them and took a seat near Kaminari. His face bruised, and there were clearly light wounds from the punching battle. Kirishima, you look like you got hit by Frankenstein. Boboiboy gasped in horror. Are you sure you're okay? Dude, I literally got punched by a fist of steel. Don't judge me for that. Kirishi sweat drop. Next might be the most disturbing matchup. Asui commented, I almost don't want to watch it. Jairo shivered in fear. Uraraka-san, Uraraka, do your best. Midoriya and Boboiboy mumbled, hoping that Uraraka will be fine. Now, the 8th and last match of the first round will now begin, everybody. Are you ready for some action? The announcement was accompanied by a loud cheer. He's tough, explosive, and doesn't hesitate to murder his opponents. From Hero Course, Bakugo Katsuki versus She's the one I'm rooting for. From Hero Course, Uraraka Okako. You're the one that makes things float, right? Round face, if you're going with draw, then do it now. You won't get off with just an ouch from me. Bakugo gave Uraraka a warning before the match. I won't back down. Uraraka replied, then prepare to die. Bakugo growled, hey, Midoriya. About the strategy you were suggesting to Uraraka, the elemental user turned to Midoriya. Are you perhaps planning on telling Uraraka to use her quirk on Bakugo and make him float? That way, she can literally make him float away until he's out of bound. You are sharp, Boboiboy. Midoriya smiled a little. Yes, I was planning to tell her that. That way she has an upper hand on beating Kaken. You see, Kaken is strong. He's good in close combat and has almost no openings. The more he moves and sweats, the stronger his explosion quirk will be. Bingo. Light within Boboiboy smirked. I knew you were going to tell her that. Last match start, like I said, withdraw is not an option. Uraraka ran as quickly as she could, shortening her distance between Bakugo, probably trying to touch him as soon as she got her chance. So she's starting off with a swift attack. Huh, nice move. Boboiboy whispered, but actually, it was Light doing his observation. You really have the nerves, do you? Bakugo lighted his explosion quirk on his right hand. He was ready to make a big right swing. Here, if I dodge here, Uraraka lowered herself, ready to defend on Bakugo's counterattack. However, Bakugo managed to blast her off in a single move. Double quotes Uraraka, Midoriya, Ida, and Boboiboy shouted. Did he blast her with that explosion of his? Jairo trembled as if she could feel the pain of being hit with Bakugo's explosion. Oh my, poor Uraraka-san. Yagurazu gasped in horror. Even if you're fighting a girl, you have no mercy, right, Bakugo-chan? Asui commented, as I though, for Uraraka to touch him is quite hard. With that quirk, Bakugo could either defend himself and easily counterattack. Light said, this is bad. Even if I can predict his movements, I still couldn't react on time. It was a lucky shot because Uraraka managed to cover herself. The explosion really hit her. But I can't give up yet. She tried to attack again. The smoke from Bakugo's explosion really was useful as she used it to make a sneaky attack on Bakugo. TCH. Bakugo clicked his tongue. The thick smoke has now obscured his view and now he was being cautious. Die, he shouted and quickly used his when he saw a shadow between the smoke. What? However, it was just a trap from Uraraka as she made her jacket as a decoy. The brown-haired girl quickly appeared behind Bakugo. She almost touched him until, boom, she was blasted yet again by Bakugo. He moved after he saw her. Sierra commented, "With that reaction time, it doesn't matter if there's a smokescreen." Kaminari gasped in horror. Uraraka can't activate her quirk unless she touches them. She's at a disadvantage with Bakugo's reflexes, boboiboy muttered. Despite getting blasted off 2 times now, Uraraka still didn't give up. She continued striking again and again, face to face with Bakugo's explosion, getting blasted off every time she dared to attack Bakugo. She did not stop nor give up despite the pain she's been receiving from Bakugo's quirk. "I can do this," she shouted, but in the end, it was her who was blown away by Bakugo. I can't watch anymore." Gyro covered her eyes. It pains her to watch Uraraka get hit by Bakugo's explosion, multiple times to be exact. Not yet. Giving up was not in Uraraka's dictionary. She refused to give up, still attempting to use her quirk on Bakugo, not to mention getting hurt along the way. Boboiboy, who was painfully watching Uraraka's match, was now torn apart. His mind was occupied with voices that were engaged in a heated conversation. "We literally need to stop this. I can't bear to see my friend getting beaten up like this," Fire growled. "I agree. It brings a painful memory watching this." Water agreed. A bitter memory came to say hey to them. It was a memory of their fight with Ritaka inside Tapeops's spaceship. Meanwhile, Earth tried to calm himself. The pain of watching his siblings get absorbed by Ritaka still lingered inside him. Only if he was stronger that time, then he could have saved his siblings. Guys, try to relax a bit and watch Bakugo's match carefully. Then, you will know the reasons to this. Light advised them as he did not want his brothers to be consumed by anger. After a moment, their battle began making the audience uncomfortable, especially by Bakugo's action, which kept attacking Uraraka without mercy. The poor girl was hit by his explosion every single time she approached him. Uraraka keeps attacking without rest, but this is present Mike didn't dare to continue. Her substitution didn't work, so now she's getting desperate. Can't he just lower his explosion a bit? I mean, just look at his opponent. Dude, I don't know, but that explosion guy is kinda a jerk. Hey, can't you just fight fairly? You could have blasted her until she's out of bound. Yeah, no need to torture her like this. The audience began booing Bakugo. They didn't like the fact that Bakugo continued hitting Uraraka with his explosion. Hey, shouldn't you stop this? Isn't he going too far? One of the heroes, who came to watch the first match, shouted. However, Midnight and Cementos just ignored them. I can't watch this. Another hero stood up. Hey, how can you say you want to be a hero like that? There's a huge difference in your abilities. Then hurry up and send her out of bounds, the hero commanded. Stop bullying the poor girl. Another female hero stood up and started booing Bakugo. People and their stupidity. Boboiboy commented, but it was actually from Light. They are going to regret saying that. Was that a pro saying he's playing around? Aizawa's usually sleepy voice turns rough as soon as he heard those comments from the audience. Tell me, how many years have you been a pro? The heroes who were booing Bakugo suddenly went silent. If you're saying that with a straight face, there's no point of you watching anymore. So go home, and look into changing careers. Aizawa continued angrily. Aizawa-sen. His students questioned, Aizawa-sensei is right. The reason to why Kaken is being careful. It's because he acknowledged Uraraka-san as his opponent, Midoriya explained. He's cautious because he has to keep an eye on Uraraka's strength, who made it this far. He can't go easy on her and let his guard down. Light continued, so that's why he keeps attacking. How? Earth, fire, and water replied, finally understanding the reasons for Bakugo's action. He's desperate to win this. Thank you for not letting your guard down, but I'm going to win this. Uraraka gave him a confident smile. Did you think she didn't plan something while accepting all of those blasts from Bakugo? Well, you're wrong. It can't be helped from where Bakugo is, but it's embarrassing for a pro hero in the stands to start booing him without noticing. Uraraka has kept her body low as she advanced, storing up weapons. She also narrowed his field of vision with relentless attacks to keep him from noticing. Light look above and there were fragments of rocks accumulated on top of Bakugo. It seems like Uraraka's hidden plan was to quietly use her quirk and make the rocks float without Bakugo knowing it. I'm going to win. Uraraka unleashed her quirk and a meteor shower came raining to Bakugo. With this much debris, whether he's evading or counterattacking, there will definitely be an opening in that moment. I'll get close to him with my secret move using the chance she has. Uraraka quickly run towards Bakugo. However, Bakugo predicted this would happen. He raised his right hand faced the sky while his left hand was used to support this move. He was going to concentrate on a large-scale explosion, and with one shot, he was able to destroy the fragments of stones in the blink of an eye. The strong wind from the big blast had foiled Uraraka's plan to touch him as she was blown away by that. He destroyed the meteor shower in a shot. I did as much as I could, but he wasn't phased at all. Uraraka trembled. She works hard to build that but was destroyed easily by Bakugo. Even so, Uraraka forced herself to stand again. Double quotes. Bakugo delivers a satisfying explosion. Present Mike commented, he blasts boldly through Uraraka's secret plan. I can't give up. I'll be a hero and make money so that I can support my parents. Uraraka tried to move, however, this time her body was falling her. Uraraka slowly collapsed, probably the side effect of passing her weight limit a long time ago. Midnight quickly went to check on Uraraka to see whether she can still continue or not. Uraraka's out of commission. Bakugo advances to the second match. She announced seeing that Uraraka can't continue anymore. There you have it, folks. Bakugo will join the other 7 winners in the quarter-finals. Hey, Bakugo. As soon as the ash blonde hair boy entered, he was greeted by his friends Kirishima, Kaminori, and Sira. Shut up. Be quiet. Bakugo yelled at them. That was tough. Huh. Playing the bad guy, Sira teased him. But man, I can't believe you were able to aim such a huge blast at a frail girl. Humph, what part of her was frail? Bakugo replied. The explosion user then walked towards Midoriya and boboiboy. Kaken. Midoriya stuttered a bit as Bakugo was now in front of them. Congrats on advancing to the next round. Whatever, you damn nerd. Bakugo's red eyes landed on boboiboy. Did you see my match? Elemental bastard, he roughly asked. Yeah, it was all. Boboiboy was cut off when Bakugo clenched the hem of his shirt, yanking the elemental user forward. Double quotes. KACC. Midoriya shouted as everyone's eyes were now on those two. I'm going to say this straight. Stop being so nice. Bakugo yelled at boboiboy. You're being too damn considerate here. If you aim to be number 1, then I suggest you to be serious from now on. What? I'm also not playing here. Boboiboy replied, stop hiding your quirk's true potential. I know you're hiding something. That's why you won't use your full power. Baku continued, not giving boboiboy a chance to explain. The fact that you are being not to harm your enemies irritates me the most. In a battle, every damn person will get hurt. That's how this life goes. He gave the elemental user a sharp glare. Boboiboy was taken back by that. Everyone here wants to be a hero. And I'll be the #1 hero in the future, mark my words, Bakugo growled bitterly. Bakugo, thank you, boboiboy gave him a smile. Despite getting yelled just now, you made me realize something. And you are true, I'm not using my quirk's full potential right now. Slowly, he tried to take Bakugo's hand off his shirt. Everyone was surprised to hear that, boboiboy, even Midoriya couldn't believe his ears. Bakugo's anger fueled hearing that confession. So, you're telling us that you have been looking down on us? No, looking down at my opponents and rivals is something I would never do. Boboiboy gave him a serious look. Trust me, when the time comes then I will explain my quirk's real abilities. For now, I can't tell you anything, trust me on that. I don't want my friends to be in danger because of me. Hurt was clearly displayed on the elemental user's face. We trust you, boboiboy, Midoriya and Ida patted his shoulder. You must have a good reason to this. Just please tell us when you're ready, boboiboy. Yeah, we're here for you, bro. Kirishima and Kaminari continued while the others nodded. Well, except for Bakugo and Todoroki, of course. You're a part of us now, boboiboy. Like it or not, Midoriya chuckled. Thank you, everyone. Awesome. Turbake, boboiboy them a thumbs up. TC8, whatever, Bakugo, walked away. Bakugo is right. I need to step up my game if I want to have my answers and go back home. Boboiboy whispered, determined than ever. Welcome back, everybody. The US Sport Festival will continue with the quarterfinals. The announcement was heard, which means the quarterfinal was about to begin. Champions, are you ready? President Mike asked, I beat you ready because I'm pumped up. But first, we have an announcement from our chief umpire, Midnight. To the 8 winners of the previous matches, I bet you know who you will be fighting, right? Midnight asked. Of course, we do, boboiboy and Midoriya answered simultaneously and quickly looked at each other. I'm going to win, Tokoyami. Ash declared while Tokoyami nodded slowly. Todoroki, let's have a manly match. Kirishima gave Todoroki an enthusiastic look. Yeah, Todoroki simply answered. TCH, why do I have to go against an extra like you? Bakugo gave Ida a death glare. I won't let you win this time, Bakugo-kun. Ida replied, though the youth, Midnight squealed in joy. After a moment, she suddenly turned serious. If that's what you think then. You're wrong, she announced, making all of them shocked. What, Baka? Boboiboy gasped in horror. I hate to say this to you, but fight orders have already been shuffled. Therefore, you don't know when you'll be battling or who your opponent is until your name appears on the screen. Midnight smirked. Talk about Plus Ultra, right? End of chapter 12. Link down to the comments. If you want to read the rest of the story, I hope you all enjoy. Goodbye.